by Nancy Haydock. Once upon a time, there was a teeny tiny woman who lived in a teeny tiny house in a teeny tiny village. Now one day, this teeny tiny woman decided to go for a teeny tiny walk. So she put on her teeny tiny bonnet and went out of her teeny tiny house for her teeny tiny walk. And when this teeny tiny woman had gone a teeny tiny way, she came to a teeny tiny gate. So the teeny tiny woman opened the teeny tiny gate and went into a teeny tiny churchyard. And when this teeny tiny woman got into the teeny tiny churchyard, she saw a teeny tiny bone on a teeny tiny grave. And this teeny tiny woman said to her teeny tiny self, "This teeny tiny bone will make me some teeny tiny soup for my teeny tiny supper." So the teeny tiny woman put the teeny tiny bone into her teeny tiny pocket and went home to her teeny tiny house. But when the teeny tiny woman got home to her teeny tiny house, she was a teeny tiny bit tired. So she went up her teeny tiny stairs and put the teeny tiny bone into a teeny tiny cupboard and went to her teeny tiny bed to take a teeny tiny nap. And when this teeny tiny woman had been asleep a teeny tiny time, she was awakened by a teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard, which said, "Give me my bone." And this teeny tiny woman was a teeny tiny bit frightened. So she hid her teeny tiny head under the teeny tiny covers and went to sleep again a teeny tiny time. And when she had been asleep again a teeny tiny time. The teeny tiny voice again cried out from the teeny tiny cupboard, a teeny tiny bit louder. Give me my bone. This made the teeny tiny woman a teeny tiny bit more frightened. So she hid her teeny tiny head a teeny tiny bit further under the teeny tiny covers. And when the teeny tiny woman had been asleep again a teeny tiny time, the teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard said again a teeny tiny bit louder, give me my bone. And then this teeny tiny woman was a teeny tiny bit more frightened. But she put her teeny tiny head out of the covers and said in her loudest teeny tiny